Welcome back to my channel. A couple weeks ago, I did the clutch on my 2015 Jeep Wrangler JK. And I got, I have my helper there working on the Jeep. What you working on? You putting on that bar?
Yeah.
Good job. Good job. Should be wearing eye protection. Be careful. All right. So I just wanted to make just a quick video of what, kind of the things you need, or what I would suggest getting before you do this job. And I would suggest getting, if you don't already have some, nut, washer, bolt assortment, a bushing bearing driver set, probably not necessary, excuse me. But to drive in that that pilot bearing, pilot bushing, probably make your life a little easier. A good drill bit set, because you're probably going to end up having to drill out your exhaust studs, because they're going to break more than likely. A drill, some gloves. I don't have all my tools out because this was a couple weeks ago. A couple of these lights, magnetic lights, rechargeable. Get a couple of them because you're going to use up the batteries a couple times in the process. Transmission jack. Definitely get a transmission jack. That's going to be key on this Jeep. Pre-order. Boom. Light. Pre-order. Did you hit your head? Yeah. You okay? Okay. Pre-order some of these knobs. You can always send them back if you order them on Amazon if you don't need to. But this one came off just fine. But this was a nightmare. It did not come off with these. I tore it up. There was pretty much nothing left to it after I was finished. I don't know if this would work, but you might be able to get away without taking this one off. This one, yes, but this one you might be able to get away without taking that off. And I say that because you have to take this plastic piece off, and the whole point of taking that off is to allow this little decorative shift boot to slide up and over and off while you take off this plastic piece. But you end up taking this whole shaft off anyway. So I'm thinking that if you could pop this up enough, there's a screw, set screw, that holds this to the little nub that comes out of your transmission, and you might be able to just lift this up, get access to that bolt, undo it, and then just lift this whole unit off with your centerpiece. It's a possibility. You might be able to get away with doing that, and you save some time with not taking off this stupid thing. So I fought with that for a while. Pissed me off. So little tip, I don't know again if that would work, but it's certainly worth a try. Anyway, so after you get that off and you get this plastic piece off, you get this off, you are going to have 4 bolts underneath here. That's underneath the styrofoam little round spongy thing that I think it kind of just seals. It's kind of like a noise barrier and a little seal from the elements if you go through deep water between your body and the transmission. So you'll end up coming back in here a little bit later. You can't get that styrofoam piece out until you drop the transmission down. So let's go back underneath. And it doesn't necessarily have to be in this order, but what I did is I unbolted my rear driveline and my front driveline first. That's what I did. And then in order to get to the bolts, to access the driveline bolts a little easier for the front, I took off, on my Jeep, I have the skid plate. So I took that skid plate off to access those bolts easier. And then broke off these bolts. There was pretty much nothing left to them because you have to take off this exhaust piece that goes underneath the transmission. So all 4 of them snapped. All 4 of them I had to drill. That's why you want the drill bits and the good ones, because they make light work of those bolts. And part of the process too to get it off is this clamp right there. And it's stupid that they stuck it on top, the nut. So you can see that I tore up the foil crap on top. Is just enough room to get a socket in there, and it was a nightmare. And then you could just shimmy shake this thing off after everything's unbolted, and then that drops down. And then support the rear end of your transfer case, because you can at that point take off this cross member. So you have some bolts over here on this side. I can't recall what size these are, what size, 17, 18, something like that. But these are gonna have the socket on this side, and then on the back side you have those, so you'll need to open in a box and wrench to fit over those, to take those off. Same with the other side, but the other side I have like a little skid plate. So I have these 2 bolts and then those ones to undo. And then I did the right here in these little access holes somewheres right there. You have like 3 bolts for the transmission mount. Take those off, and then just get a pry bar, stick it in there, pry the driver's side down first. That drops that whole cross member down towards you, and then you can shimmy it out of that skid plate on the other side. And then let's see, now you have access to the rest of your transmission, so you could start unbolting the stuff that's all around there. You can unbolt your clutch slave cylinder right there, and then looks like there might be a little moisture on that bolt. I'm going to replace that. I think mine's kind of shot, so I'm going to replace that pretty soon. Anyway, flip in the starter right there. You take that out all the way, or you could just loosen it up and then kind of set it off to the side. Daddy? And then you have the shift cable. Hold on a sec. See the little blue tab? You'll give that a squeeze and drop that down, and then pop off that lever right there. Let's see, pops off that shit. Yeah, that lever. And then what else can we see back here? Anything? There's some connectors up there you want to undo. You know, just take a look around. You'll see some connectors. Just make sure that everything's disconnected from the transmission. There's a plug right there. Undo that plug, and then further on back there's another plug back there. And then, oh yeah, see that brown piece right there? That's that foam piece I'm talking about that you're going to take out to access those 4 bolts to take off that little shift nub, because this transmission won't come out without taking that off. And I didn't see any videos that had mentioned that, so that sucked. And then there's a vent hose in the back. Make sure you disconnect that vent hose. And then on this side, sorry about all the movement, folks. This side, there's just a whole bunch of those little tabs like this. This one right here. Just undo all those. And then after that, you could just start, you know, undo this bracket right here, this exhaust bracket. And then just start undoing your bell housing bolts. Do those. There's 2 of them on the very top. Hold on, sweetie. Okay. 2 of them on the very top that are really hard to get to. You have to drop the transmission down pretty far to get access to them. And then go back to the top. Undo those 4 bolts I was mentioning after you pull out that styrofoam piece, and then you are in business to drop this bad boy out of there. You know, get your transmission jack right here and then just let it balance on that transmission jack. Strap it. Monday. Strap it in there, bring it down, change your clutch, and put it back in. Stabbing it in is a pain in the butt. You have to get it lined up just right. Okay, come on. You have to get just right. Whee! A snack? Okay, we'll get a snack. But yeah, the reason really why I wanted to make that video is that the piece that this shifter bolts onto, take that off, and you'll be in business. So anyway, flipping, I'm going up to the snow tomorrow, and it's snowing down here off and on, and so it should be pretty freaking awesome up there. Yeah, I have some tools out. But anyway, I didn't tell you all the tools you need. Just hopefully you have a lot of tools, because you're gonna need an assortment to do the job. But anyway, flipping, I hope this kind of helps guide you, kind of helps just gives you an idea what to expect when you do this job. Anyway, I got a hungry little monster right here. Hungry little monster. Can you say hi? You be shy. You say hi? Did you fix the Jeep?
Yeah.
Okay. Good job. All right. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up, and hopefully you subscribe, and we could actually get some video of the Jeep in action and not just working on it. So I was going to change the transmission fluid,
Daddy, I'm not one snack.
but I don't have the right tools for it. So we're waiting on that. Anyway, catch you in the next one.